today, so we are really pleased to be here. So hello everybody, my name is Allison, Michaela, and I'm the Authentic Medium. Thank you for joining me today. Just saying that here in the UK we've got some lovely sunshine, tells us spring is around the corner, which is always quite uplifting. So hopefully we'll get some people joining us soon. Please do put messages in the comments to introduce yourself. And remember, if you haven't joined via StreamYard, you need to put your name in the comment, just your first name. That's all I need, so that I can give a read. So just give people some time to join, and hopefully we can start reading. So wait for some comments to come in. See if I can see the comments. I can see. Lovely. Okay. Hi, Scorpio. If you can put your name in, that would be wonderful. Facebook user, just type again. Just give me a first name. I don't need any other details. Just helps me connect with you. Hello, Tracy. Let's just let everybody join. Let's go back to the top. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Stacia. Hi, Kim. Hi, Claire. Hi, Nicole. Hello. Yes, Nicole, this is only my second time here. We had a lovely time 2 weeks ago, so really hoping for some more good reads today. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Tracy. Yes, I'm really well, thank you. Hope you are too. Amy, welcome from Arkansas. Wonderful. And lovely. Yeah, I'm hoping to get round as many of you as I can. Hello, Sue. Lovely. Excellent. Okay. Hi, Kirsty. Hi, Sue. Hi, Cerise. Hi, Nicola. Hi, Jacqueline. Can you see me? No, I can't see any of you, hun. So I'm literally just looking at a screen. If any of you want to, if you can take a connection, you can come on live with me, but you don't have to. So all I see literally is just the comments, and that's why it's really good for you to be able to put your first name in the chat if you're coming up as Facebook user, just because it just helps me connect. I don't need any more information, but just that first name it just helps our energy connect. Okay, let's see. Who else? Okay, so I will get round to as many of you as possible with the reading today. And I just want to start out by saying that if your loved ones don't come through, it's not because they're not so desperate to speak to you, so desperate to make a connection. It's literally like going into a room at a party that's filled with people, and I will just naturally gravitate to those spirits that draw nearest to me. So it's not a reflection on you, and it's certainly not a reflection on them if I don't bring them through in today's read. So please know that and hear that. But I will do my very, very best to get through quite a few of you today. Once I start to read, it's really, really helpful if everyone can quieten the chat and just reply if you can take it, because that helps me sort out who I'm working with. And obviously, the quicker I can connect with who I'm working with, then the more reads I can get through. Okay, the only other thing to say is that once you've identified and you're sure about who we've got, and sometimes we have to do a little bit of, we'll have 2 or 3 people and we just have to make sure that we've connected the right people together in the read. Once we've done that, I will get you a message from Spirit. So lovely. Okay, let's just have a look. Scorpio, your mum passed 3 years ago today. Funny thing is, her name was Michelle, but pronounced like Michelle. I was looking at your name. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, bless you. Okay, I hope she comes through as well, my darling. And we will see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to just see who's here first of all. Okay. Okay, there's two things I'm going to say. The first thing I'm going to say is that this morning I felt like I had a lady who was giving me the name Tracy or Trace. So if anyone can take that, then do put that in the chat, just because often if spirit comes through, it can be for my life. So I want to just give that and park it first. If somebody can, then I'll work with it. Otherwise, I will just leave it there. And I'm just going to see which spirits are here now. Who are we going to work with? Okay, I do have a lady here with me, and I feel that she passes... I feel like she's in her 40s or 50s. I certainly don't feel like she's made retirement age, and I certainly don't feel that she's in her youth either. This lady has got a family, and certainly she is a mum. And I feel like... what do I want to say about her? I feel like she's got a really good sense of humour, and she's so kind. I feel like her connection with her family is really strong. I do feel like she had a job when she was well, and because I say that, I feel like she passed from an illness rather than a sudden accident. And I feel like I'm rubbing my eyes, so whether she wore glasses or she had a little something going on with her eyes or her makeup, but just the fact that I'm drawn there. Let's see. Oh, we have a Tracy on. Maybe we've got one of your crew then, Tracy. Maybe that's what it was around. Maybe they'll come through. Okay, let's see where else we're going with this lady. Okay. I feel like she was a fixer and a busy person. She would have gone out of her way to help people. And I feel like she was a really good organizer. So can anyone take any of what I'm saying so far? So we have a lady. We know that she is a family lady. We know that she's passed in her 40s or 50s, so sort of in the middle of her life, or a lifespan rather. And we know that she died from an illness. Can anybody take that so far? I'll just let the messages flash up because there is sometimes a little lag. And I'll get some more information from her. Okay, she also wants to, your cousin passed in her 40s. Okay, Nicola, did she have an illness that made her pass, and did she have children? Just wait for Nicola to answer. Yes and yes. Perfect. Nicola, can I work with you then? Thank you. Is that all right? Okay, so Nicola, we've got your, was it your aunt? Let me just find your cousin. Okay. Okay, I feel like she ploughed on through treatment. I feel like she, it was really tough going, but she ploughed on as long as she possibly could. So really dug deep in her treatment. Would you understand this? And I also feel like she was still trying to look after everybody else despite being ill. I feel like she didn't really want to give up that role of being mum, of being somebody that sorted everything else out, and just carried on trying to take things forward. So in that way, I think she found it difficult accepting help, although she had to. Can you understand that, Nicola? Nicole, sorry. Just give Nicola. Nicole, I keep calling you Nicola, Nicole, sorry. And always took care of everyone. Okay. Absolutely. Okay, let's see what else we get from her. I want to say that she's kind of quite casual and quite practical in her way of being, in her dress, in her approach to everything. She's just a kind of get on down and get on with it kind of girl. I do feel like there's something or a story around hair or hair dye. She's just really drawing me to her hair. So I do feel like there's something that you will understand she either dyed her hair or there's a funny haircut or something in relation to her hair. Can you take that, Nicole? And I also feel like and she was a hairstylist. Okay, so we know we've got your cousin. Let's get you a message from her. What fantastic evidence she just gave me. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. What does she want to say? Okay. Nicole, I think what she's trying to, I don't think, what I'm feeling she's trying to say to you or wants you to hear is don't forget to look after yourself. And don't forget to spoil yourself. And I feel that's why she brought the hair in. So don't know if you've been thinking about having a hairdo or you're due for one, or maybe wanting to go to salon or have something a little bit more expensive done. But she absolutely wants you to just look after yourself a little bit more. I feel a little bit like her. You're always looking after people or stepping up or stepping into doing things, because I feel you're quite busy. So she just wants you, whether it's your nails, your hair, something for you. So she's saying, and she probably would have done it for you, or certainly said to you, come on, love, you know, really, really, you know, because you'll feel so much better once you walk out of that salon, and you'll have that spring behind you. So she says you are worth it. Make sure you find that time, and make sure that, you know, do you just remember that you can look after everyone else much better if you've taken care of yourself first. So don't know if you've ever been on an aeroplane, but you know, like when they tell us that if you're going to pull down that oxygen mask, you need to put yourself on first. It's the same with you. You really need to look after yourself, because you are needed, you are busy, you are doing an amazing job, she's telling me, and you mustn't stop being you, but you just need to make sure you don't burn yourself out. And also just make sure that there's that give back. You are very loved, I hear. You are very, very loved, really valued, but you are just giving that little bit too much. So Nicole, I hope you understand that message, and I'm going to say thank you to your cousin for doing an absolutely awesome job of coming through. Okay, let's see who else we have here today then. Let's see who else wants to come through. Okay, I have now a man coming through who's quite loud. Okay, he's loud in the sense that I don't know if he was a little bit deaf, so shouted, but certainly I feel like he's got a little bit of a boomy voice on him, and I do feel like he's really quite strong-willed. He knows his mind, and I feel he's a little bit stuck in his ways as well. This gentleman is older. I do feel like he's over the age of 70, or certainly over the age of 60. And he wasn't good at listening to advice or accepting help. Okay, so if anyone can take everything I'm saying, please put so in the chat. I feel like people wanted him to get help a bit more, and he just wouldn't. He didn't want to leave his home. He didn't want to go and live in any sort of accommodation or nursing home, and he really struggled through. So he was very, very determined, but very happy in his own situation, and really didn't want it any other way. I do feel like his mobility, particularly one of his legs, was a little bit swollen, or his mobility was a bit dodgy on it. A grandfather who was nearly half deaf. Oh, you again, Nicole. Okay, let's see. Can anyone else take this chap who has a raised voice or a loud voice, or isn't afraid to use his voice, who's quite stubborn, who's quite set in his ways, and who... Barbara, this sounds like you, because I was pointing towards his leg and he was hard of hearing. Okay, Barbara, can you take that he was quite set in his ways, or had a view, or wouldn't accept help very easily? Very proud man, lovely man, really lovely, but very proud. Would you understand that, Barbara? Nicole, thank you. I appreciate that. I think Barbara's taking the leg. So I think that was our little bit of extra evidence to try and work it out. Okay. Let's just wait for Barbara to take. Very kind, but very proud. Absolutely, really proud man. And, you know, wasn't afraid of hardship or hard work. I feel like he was a real grafter during his lifetime. Really worked hard. I feel like he liked to bring laughter, though. He might have been quite loud, but I do feel like he liked to make people smile, particularly the family and the children in the family. He would like to say something to make them smile or show something to make them smile. Barbara, thank you. Yes, he's a hard worker. Barbara, can you understand that he enjoyed maybe a little bit of a joke or making people smile? Let's just wait for Barbara to reply. The biggest hearted and loved his grandkids. Absolutely. I just feel really happy. And I think that's why I wanted to say laughter, because particularly with the children, he loved interacting with them. He loved that time with them, and the fact that they made him laugh and feel happy in telling stories. Perfect. Excellent. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, let's see what else, or if we're going directly to message because we're sure we've got him. Let's see. Okay, the first thing that he wants to acknowledge is he loves the fact that the family line has continued. He loves the fact that there's a legacy there, and he loves the fact, I do feel like he is spoken about. So I feel like he's not completely hidden and forgotten. I feel like he is remembered, and he's really thankful for that. There's something about something outside with him. I don't know if it's a plaque or something, but certainly he liked to be outside, and there's something outside. His name is Tom, and I had a baby, Tom. Well, he absolutely adores. That's why he's talking about that legacy then and being remembered. So that's fantastic. Thank you, Barbara. Okay. What does he want to say to you? He wants you to know that you are also a hard worker. You're very happy to put the effort in and very happy to work with everybody and work hard. But he also wants you to remember not to get held down. So life can be a bit challenging at times, or tough, and we can get tired, just like he lost his leg. He's just saying, make sure you keep the laughter going, make sure you keep the family time going, and you know, just let it be for a while. So don't let everything overwhelm you. So I don't know if things have been quite busy lately, but certainly he's just saying, you know, these things always come right in the end. And he's just got another little message. Lean in for him for you. I don't know if he used to give people things when you visited, but it's like he wants to give you this little gift. And I feel like he would have given you not big things, but just a coin or a sweet or something when he saw the grandkids in particular. And I'm just trying to get what it is that he wants to give you. Okay, I think that's why I was going outside, because what he's doing, he's picking a flower, and he's just saying, remember to get out in nature. The spring is coming, the summer's coming. Make sure that you're not so busy you don't get outside to enjoy it, and use it to ground you. He says everything is fine. So if there's any worries going on at the moment, they will all come right. And he loves the fact that his grandson was named after him, and he will go far. So he's keeping an eye on all of you and sending his love. So I will leave you. He loved his garden, absolutely, and gave you little presents. So he's such a lovely man. I'm going to leave you with his love, because that is exactly what it is. And see who else we've got. So thank you for working with me, Barbara. Really, really lovely. Absolutely. Life is overwhelming. Yeah, absolutely. He's saying it's all going to be okay. Just don't get too het up with it. Just go with the flow, and all will sort, and all will be okay. Okay, lovely. Okay, let's just take a sip and see who else is here. Okay, I have a lady come in now, and she's got such a gentle energy. She's lovely, but much quieter, quite serene almost. I feel like she would have been like this in her personality, but also in her way of being. So I feel like she would have been really graceful, a really graceful lady, and somebody who looked just naturally gorgeous as well. Everything about her reminds me of somebody who would be almost like on the stage or a ballet dancer or something like that. She's just got grace. That's the good old-fashioned grace, and therefore her voice doesn't need to be big, her personality doesn't need to be huge, because she's just there like the glue in the family behind, doing everything quietly and gracefully. Can anyone take this lady? Let's just see what else I can get for her. I feel like shoes were important. I need to talk about shoes with her. I will lean into that a little bit more, whether she, I feel like I don't like talking about clothes actually with spirit, but I do feel shoes are important. So she would have either had fabulous shoes or matching shoes or needed special shoes, but there's definitely something in relation to shoes. Or enjoyed trying on shoes, because I just see that, you know, like when you're shopping and you go into a shop and you try on lots of different pairs sometimes. Let's see what else she's giving us. Okay. I feel like she was big on this sounds so generic, but I'm going to say it because this is what she's giving me. I feel like she was big on making sure that people had a drink when they came to her house, not an alcoholic one, but I feel like a hot chocolate or a tea or something. And it's not just your bog standard tea or coffee. It's either herbal teas or a special hot chocolate. She would just always have that extra choice, you know, like if you came to my house, it'd be tea or coffee, what, you know, that's what I've got. But she always had some extra choices. Can anybody take this lovely lady? Just waiting to see if anyone can take this lovely lady. So let's see. She will be here for one of you. Let's see what else we've got with her. I feel like she would have taken pride in her appearance. Sounds like a friend, co-worker of mine. She loved boots. There's definitely something about shoes or boots or, you know, stuff you wear on your feet. And I did get that whole trying them on and things like that. So Brittany, may I work with you, please? The last part resonated, missed the rest, however. Okay, so Brittany can take boots. Facebook user who's just joined can take some of it. So I'm just going to recap for you. Facebook user who's just joined, can you just put your first name in the chat just so that I know what to call you, because Facebook user is a bit impersonal and it helps the energy. So we've got a lady who's very graceful. We've got a lady who likes to take care of her appearance. We've got a lady who isn't loud and brash, and we've got a lady who likes shoes. Could be boots or shoes, but certainly likes trying them on, wearing them. It's, you know, it's something that she really, it's an important part of her getting dressed or going shopping and trying on. Okay. Let's just have a look. Okay, so let me get some new evidence and see if Brittany can go with it. I'm not sure why it's not coming up, but if you just put your first name, that's all I need, sweet. I just need a first name because it just makes it more helpful. Let's have a look and see what else is she giving us. She absolutely would have worked. She was somebody who, I feel like she's one of these people that's incredibly helpful. Do you remember earlier when I said she's like the glue? I feel like she's somebody that sort of knows everything or helps hold everything together, or is the coordinating aspect of it. You can take a lot of that. Okay, so Brittany, can you understand that description of this lady at work being somebody who she was your manager? Okay, so that makes sense then in terms of pulling it through. Okay, let's see if we can get another little bit of information so we make sure that we're definitely with her. Okay. Okay, I was trying to get something different, but she's still in the workplace at the moment. Brittany, would you be able to understand something about writing little notes or post-it notes? You know, like those little things. I haven't even got any here to show you, but they're like little stickies. You write stuff on and stick over. I don't feel like this lady is of elderly age. We're talking about her being at work, so I feel like she's not young, but she's certainly not in her 80s or anything like that. She had $1 million on her desk. Brittany, I do feel like I'm with you, my love, because she wanted to keep me in that workspace. So let's keep going with her and see what else she wants to. I do know that she loved being with people. She loved working with people, communicating with people, and she did, as much as she was quite reserved and not reserved, as much as she was can't think what word I used to describe her. She was a social butterfly in the evenings as well, so she would like to be around people, but I do feel like she worked really hard, which did curtail home a little bit as well. Okay, she was 50, so that would fit. Okay, let's find out why she's come through. Okay, Brittany, she wants to talk about work with you, and she wants to say that you're ready for a change or an increase or a jump up. Would you understand that? Always had parties. Yeah, she's a social person. Would you understand it looking for the next steps for you or wanting the next steps? She's like she wants to stretch you. That's what I'm being shown, that you're ready for something new. Yeah, she says you're really talented and you do your job really well, but you're not always the one to get the praise. I think you're very willing for others to take the praise for stuff that you do, and you can do more. She's telling you absolutely you can do more, even if you need to do a little course or something like that. She says you need to go upwards because you've got so much more to give. She also tells me you could line manage people because you're really good with people. She also says you're the only one holding yourself back because there's an element of not wanting to seem a big I am, and also I don't know if it's confidence with you, but certainly you know, there's a little bit of anxiety about pushing forwards. So she says that it's coming, there's opportunities coming, grab them with both hands, because if you just stay put, you'll get frustrated. Okay. And she's there in the background helping you and supporting you, and she wants nothing more but to see you grow. So don't hold yourself back. When the opportunity comes, grab it with both hands, and you know, just make sure that you go forward. She said you'll love it. You will absolutely love it. So she says you're ready for the stretch, and I will leave you with that message. And my email is on here somewhere. It's authenticmedium@gmail.com. Brittany, pop me a message when you get your new job and tell me all about it. Okay, thank you for working with me, Brittany. That was lovely. What a lovely lady to come through and give you that mentorship just when you needed it. Okay, let me see who else is here now. Okay, I have a lady here with me, and I do feel like she would have been quite spiritual. I feel like she would have been into this stuff, even if she's not a reader. I feel like she would have had some crystals, or she would have had cards, or just generally talked about it. She's very open to this sort of holistic you know, spiritual way of being, and very much enjoyed going to like the fairs, and she's also quite crafty as well. I feel like at home she would have had a lot of stuff about on the sides and things, and there would have been like little ornaments or you know, just lots and lots of little bits and pieces, because she loved, and just like me, she would always have a few crystals around her. Okay. Your mum read cards. Okay, well, and Chrissy can take it as well. Okay, let's see where we're going with this. What I'm going to try and do is give you a little bit of additional information so we can separate you out. Facebook reader whose mum reads cards, could you pop your first name in so I know I'm working with Chrissy and I'm working with you, and Tony, your mum too. Okay, so let's see where we're going. I love it when they come through like this. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I do feel like she played with cards. I do feel like she had crystals, and I do feel like she's got an animal at home too. I feel like her house has pets in it. So can you all take the fact that she's got pets? Gran was very spiritual. Can any of you take the fact she's got either I feel like I want to say cat, but it could be a small dog. Your mum had a cat and a dog. Yes, yes. Okay, and fostered animals. Okay, let's see where we're going with this one, because the animals was quite important. So let's see where we're going with this, and where else is she going to tell me? Okay, I feel like she's showing me, and I feel like it might be metaphorical, but it might not be. So I'm going to just say it as I've got it and then lean into it. She's showing me a witch's hat, which makes me wonder, it's either she had some sort of spiritual woo-woo clothes, or she also enjoyed more of the pagan side of things. Pagan's a big word, but just sort of more sort of like fairies, and, you know, was quite broad with her spiritual thinking, not just boxed in to evidential mediumship or card reading. I feel like she embraced it in its entirety. And I do feel like I want to talk about feathers with her as well. Okay, that's helpful. If it's not you, please feel free to say if it's not you. Can anyone take all of that? I'll just wait for you to respond. Chrissy, she was a spiritual teacher. Chrissy, I do feel like I'm with you. So can I work with you, please? Is that all right? Okay, so let's lean into this. So spiritual teacher, and Chrissy's, it's your mum, isn't it, Chrissy? I just want to check out, was it your mum? Let me just go up the comments. Just bear with me while I check the comments. Oh, I can take this. Chrissy, was this your mum? I can't mum, but a close friend of mum's. Okay, thank you. All right, I just couldn't see the thread going up. So if I could ask just Chrissy to comment just while we finish Chrissy's read, and let's just get some more evidence for her. I feel like I mean, this lady was really good connecting with people. Clearly she's a spiritual teacher. She was about empowering people. She was about raising the vibration, and she's just one of those people who made it safe, in the sense of she was easy to talk to. She didn't frighten people, and was absolutely you know, just knew how to put things in the right way at the right level for people. You would understand this about her. Really good communicator, really down to earth in that way. Absolutely, very safe person for me and many. And she held a huge number of secrets. My goodness me, you know, because she's doing her spiritual work, but I do feel like even beyond just her spiritual, not just beyond her spiritual teaching, people would talk to her, would open up to her, and she liked nothing more than to see people grow. So she wouldn't just give them an answer, you need to do A, B, and C. She'd really help them unpick it and work their way through. And particularly, I feel like she was good with building confidence back for people, maybe who had anxieties or worries. Would you understand that? clearing out soul levels. Okay, so she's that's all of her bag, isn't it? Okay. She wants you to know, of course, she's all right, because she had no fear of going to spirit, because she had such a close relationship with them anyway. What's her message for you? Okay. She's asking, Chrissy, if you're doing this work yet. I hope you understand that. Have you been exploring doing cards or mediumship or anything? No, absolutely not. No fear of dying. Absolutely. I feel like she's saying that you two had discussions about your skill set and your abilities, your connection with spirit. I feel that she's pushing me to go into a circle. Absolutely, she is. She just knows that when, and you can only do it when you're ready. So you will know when the time is right. But when you do, your connection will be really, really easy. It will be like, oh, what, you know, you'll just find yourself opening your mouth, whether it's a card you're reading, whether it's somebody that you're giving a palm reading to, or whether you're connecting directly with spirit and learning how to do mediumship. She just says that it will just feel like you've come home. So when you are ready, don't forget her. She will work with you. She will be your guide and help support you. And she's saying, do it, push yourself, don't hold yourself back. So go and find those cards you've got, or go and find information about a course or a circle or something that feels right for you. Go to a psychic fair or something, see who you're drawn to, find out what they would recommend. Drop me an email if you want any help with that, but you need to do it because it will be good for you. So that's such a lovely thing for her to bring through. And she's just blowing you lots of kisses. I feel like she would have been a huggy person. So I'm going to leave you with her love. And I think we can all do with a bit of her magic. She's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so thank you for working with me, Chrissy. I bet you miss her. She's absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. Okay. Right, let's see who we have here now. Okay. Okay, I've got a lovely bloke with me now. He's really down to earth. He's not a show off or anything like that. He's absolutely a dad. And I feel like he's telling me he was either a granddad or could be now. But he's definitely a dad. And he just was so proud to be a dad, and so soft at being a dad as well. And by soft, I don't mean, well, I think you could wrap him around your little finger if truth be known, but I think it just brought out this other side of him that he never knew was in there before he had kids. He just is so delighted to have had children. And I feel like he's really quite protective, and I do feel like he taught his kids quite a lot, and I do feel like it's a daughter that he's got. He's certainly got a daughter, and I feel like he would have wanted her to know some practical things as well, even if she's a little bit resistant. He wanted her to have some life skills. Can anybody take this lovely dad? Just give you a few minutes to respond. Okay, Melissa, I'll see if we can come for that at the moment. We're just connecting with spirit at the moment. Welcome to join us. So we've got a dad here in spirit who was really proud to be a dad. He's got a daughter, and I do feel like he wanted his kids to know how to do the basics of the practical stuff. I feel like maybe it didn't come completely naturally to them, because I am picking up the word resistance there, but he would have wanted you to know how to turn the water off and do the basics, or even with the car, how to fill it up with water, the squirty bits of water. I feel like he either was a granddad as well, or there's been children coming further forward. So yeah, it could be a stepdad. Spirit don't always differentiate, particularly if he felt you were his daughter and treated you as his daughter. He wouldn't necessarily come through as a step, because for him, I feel like he would have treated you just like his own. It didn't matter that he didn't give, you know, he wasn't part of your inception, as it were. The minute you came into his life, he found it awesome to be a dad. Okay, absolutely. Okay, and that might be part of the messaging. Facebook user, I'm feeling a really strong pull to you. Scorpio, I can see you also wonder about it, so I'll give you some more information. Facebook user, could you just pop your first name into the messages? Okay, I feel like this man has passed. Again, I don't feel like he's really old. He feels like he's over 40, but I don't feel like he's made the age of 70 or 80. I feel like he's in that middle bracket. Okay, let's find out what else he wants to talk about. I do feel like there's something about music with him, listening to music. I feel like he enjoyed having music being played. Okay, Kim and Claire, 64. Okay, thank you. So I do feel like he enjoyed music. I also feel like there's something about humming with him. You know, like when you get an advert in your head, or, you know, you get stuff stuck in your head. I feel like he would have been somebody that you would have caught humming. Welcome back, Kristen. So if either of you can take humming just to himself as he's going about himself. I do feel like he's a happy man, really happy man. He hasn't got a horrible bone in his body, this man. Like I said, he was really important on listening to music. Okay, and my dad was 62. Okay, so let's see what else we can get. Can anyone take the humming bit? Always humming. Okay, I do feel like this, he's definitely humming. So I feel like we're with Facebook user who said always humming. I can't see if it's one or the same person. So if you can just put your initial and then your comment, I know it's you, my love. Otherwise, I don't know if I've still got to separate out. Is that from two different people always humming and that's so him, or is it the same person? Just let you respond, because what I don't want to do is to knock one of you out and without separating you. Let's see what else he's doing. Okay, he's really good with his hands and he's really creative. So I know somebody said about the cooking, he's not afraid to just get on and do help around the house. Certainly, you know, I feel like there's everybody does a bit of everything. Lovely. Okay, let's see what messages he's got for you. Okay, he's showing me a book, and I want to say, I want to ask if you journal or if you've been reading a book. I'm just seeing a really beautiful book, which makes me feel more like it's more of a journal you've been thinking about doing. But so let me just find out if you got a journal at all, or have you been thinking about journaling? Something about a beautiful book with him or with you. I feel like he's going more into messaging now. Okay, all right. He's saying that you know, that's a space where you can be completely honest, and it's good for you. It's good for you to journal. It's good for you to write. It's also, I feel like you're really receptive to things that feel and look beautiful, and that doesn't mean to say you're materialistic at all. I mean, it could, you know, equally, it doesn't have to be something, it could be, you know, just something really spiritual, or just something nice, or maybe it's got some nice words on the front of it, but it makes it precious for you. Okay, and that's really That's really important. He says that you need to offload all your worries, and if you can write them down, all the better, and let them go. Stop holding on to things. I feel like there's been a little bit of build up and you need to let go. So I hope you understand that. He also wants you to laugh a little bit more. I just feel like it's been a little bit heavy. Something has been a little bit difficult for you. So he wants you to write down and let go. Stop hitting yourself with a stick with what's been. Just be present for today and try and be, really in the moment, thankful for all that we have and then all we're going to have tomorrow. So he says that, whatever it is passing, but you need to stop holding on to it. And I feel like you've been supporting somebody. It's to do with health. Okay. He tells me, when we're stressed and we're worried, and this is so easy to say because I absolutely know and understand and can empathize. It's not as easy as saying, just let it go. I understand that. However, we need to call on our spirit team and we need to say, come on, guys, help me here. Bring me health, bring me happiness, bring me joy. I need you to have my back at the moment. I need you to give me that extra boost. And they will look after it, and you've got to trust them. Your health will be okay. You will come through this. It's just a bump in the road, okay? And he also wants me to say that, yes, you need to follow advice, but you also need to not put yourself under too many extremes. So don't go on a wacky diet or, stop, one of those sort of, stopping yourself doing everything, because it's all about balance. Having a laugh, getting outside in nature, getting rid of stress is going to do wonders for your health and your well-being. Okay, so talk to him. He's up there. He loves you. He wants to help you. So talk to him. Remember, spirit can help us so much if we ask them, but we do need to give them permissions to come and give us that influence, give us that extra push. So I'm going to send you some healing as well, and just send you absolutely so much love for him. Get journaling, get writing it down, get rid of stuff, and call upon their help to just see you through at the moment. Okay, so I hope that you talk to him a lot and he hears you. Of course he does. Every time we speak with them, we just strengthen that spiritual connection that we have. Okay. And he is absolutely there. He's not going to let you fall. He'll be there every step of the way. And you will just take each day at a time. Don't put yourself under too much pressure. Okay. Let's see who else we have. Let's have a look. Okay, I've got another lady here with me, and this lady has come in singing. I don't necessarily mean that she's a professional singer, or maybe she is, but certainly in the home she would have been somebody that sang when she was in the shower, sang when she's cooking. She likes to sing, often will have music on, and she's just got that personality that is always singing when she's washing up. Just generally a lovely, happy lady. Again, like most of them today, we seem to have had our younger people in, although she might have been older, because I just had a flash. She was showing me her in her 50s, and then I had a flash of her being much older. So I'm going to hold off saying about age at the moment, because she might just been coming in her young vibration stage. Let's just find a little bit more out from her. This lady definitely has a family. Absolutely, definitely has a family. And what else? What else with her? Okay, so she has a family and she sings, and there's something about her car. There's something about going out in the car. So she was definitely a driver. I feel like I want to say that she would have got lost. I feel like she would have got lost. So somebody maybe whose sense of direction or geography wasn't the best would have wouldn't have been the best map reader, or not necessarily, you know, relied on the sat nav. Or you've got a really big memory, something to do with going out and getting lost, because there's something about a car and something about getting lost. So if anybody can take this yet, please just type in the messages. Let's see where else she's going with this. I feel like she's somebody that would have always been in a rush as well. So I feel like no matter how much she would have planned, she often would have just got there in time. She didn't like being late, but it's like she's rush, and, you know, just really busy. And I do feel like some of that busyness is around her chasing around after other people. She's a helper, she's a fixer. She's got quite a lot going on. Even if it's voluntary or work, she's certainly filling her time up. Can anybody take this lovely lady? See what else she wants to tell me. She will be. Sounds like my mum I adopted. We got lost. Oh, you're adopted and you got lost. Have I understood that properly, Tony? So it could be your mum and you were adopted and then you separated. Is that why she's talking about being lost and being too late? She was like a mum to her. Okay. Okay, Lindsay, my mum passed at 58. She always sang to my kids. She got a new car a few days before she passed away. She was afraid of driving on highways. Lindsay, I think we're absolutely with you. That evidence all connects up. So thank you, Tony. But I do feel like I'm with Lindsay. Okay. Lindsay. Wow, she's proud of you. She's so proud of you. Okay. And I mean, I know because of what you've told me, but I honestly believe she didn't know that she was going. I feel like whatever happened, it happened. You know, she just went, and there was no sort of planning around it. I certainly don't feel like she knew she was going to pass, in that sense of being unwell and realizing you're deteriorating. And she wouldn't have had it any other way. Okay, so let's have a look and see what else she wants to bring through. I feel like with your kids, she would have been quite hands-on, because I'm feeling like she would have been really good at telling stories, you know, like reading books with voice, you know, just making them quite animated, you know, just that really good connection. She knew, but she didn't want to talk about dying. Yeah, she really didn't want to go there, because she wouldn't go there with me. So that was her way. She just preferred to do it. That way. It was just too painful for her. Although what she wants to say about that is that she realizes that stopped some planning and some things happening that may well have been helpful and useful, particularly to you guys left behind. But she just couldn't open her heart to that. That's definitely the feeling I'm getting for her in relation to that. Okay, I want to talk about some jewellery. Have you got some jewellery of hers, Lindsay? I feel there's something that's worn. There's something that's worn of hers. Just wait for Lindsay to reply. We all have matching necklaces. Yeah, okay. That's a lovely bit of evidence she's just given you there. Okay. She's sorry, I apologise. That's my dog. Hugely apologies. Okay, so she's just so thankful for coming through and for making connection with you. I don't know if you've had a reading before, Lindsay, but she's like, oh my goodness, that is awesome. And what she wants you to know is that she's still with you and she's still near you. I feel like she's been sending you some messages. So I feel like it's either a picture that's moved or something on your side that's moved. She's been playing a little bit. She's just been having that energy that's quite high. So I just want you to know that she's been giving you signs. So I hope that you've noticed, and if you haven't, watch out for it, because there'll be like a cushion that's suddenly dented or move, or the telly will knock off, or picture. I keep saying pictures, so I think it is pictures that just aren't quite straight, and you'll notice them. Okay, now her message to you is just to remember you're a good mum. I feel like sometimes it can be quite hard, and just, you know, with the tiredness, with everybody wanting a little bit of you, and sometimes, I don't know if it's your confidence that's knocked or you're just feeling a little bit alone, but she says you are an excellent mum. So don't ever feel like you have to measure yourself against others. Just know what an excellent mum you are. Follow your instincts and all will be well. She just gives you a massive hug and just says thank you for putting up with my quirky ways. Thank you for letting me do it my way, and thank you for being so gorgeous. So she just sends you so many thanks, and so much love. So I will leave you with that love. Okay. Right, we're down to the last few minutes now, and I just want to reiterate what I said at the beginning around, if somebody didn't come through that you were really hoping for, that's just because I haven't got to them, not because they're not there. Okay, so, you know, go and see a medium. It doesn't have to be me. All of the mediums on here are, you know, go to whoever you're drawn, and never ever take a read off anyone that's contacted you. We don't contact anybody, so, you know, don't get scammed or anything like that. But most of the readers on here will do private reads or keep coming back, and hopefully we will get to you in one of the lives. So let's just see if we have any finals, if I can get a quick last reading before we sign off. Okay, I have a younger man here, and I would say that he's 40 or under. I really feel like he hasn't hit the midlife bit yet, or elderly years. So he's a younger man, and I also feel like his passing, I don't feel like it was from a huge prolonged illness. I feel like it could be like with the last one that he wasn't accepting of it, but I really don't feel like he went through a huge protracted illness. I feel like it was quicker than that, and I don't feel like people had much warning that he was going to go, and therefore the shock, it's always a great shock when somebody younger dies, but I feel like the vibrations around his friends and his family was huge. He tells me that there were a lot of people at his celebration, at his at his funeral, or the gathering afterwards, and I feel like there were tributes. I want to say tributes, whether this is a Facebook tribute or something else, but I want to use that word, tributes, to him, that quite frankly astounded him. He was so shocked because he, you know, spirit of their spirit watch, he was just blown away by the amount of love and outcry of feeling. Okay, could be my dad. He was 42. Okay, let's see how else we can go with this. What else does he want to say? Okay. He still wants to stick with his service a little bit. He just wants to have it known that it was just mind-blowing for him to see how beautiful it had all been set up, and how just the tributes, it's like I can't speak. It's like it's just so he's just amazed. I just don't feel he would have, he's humbled. He would never have realized in life that so many people thought so much of him. Okay, so we've got Amy. Your son passed at 35 from a car accident. Okay, I'm genuinely so sorry, Amy. Okay, and Facebook user. Amy, is that you or is that somebody else? So we've got two people whose son's about it. And Tony, it could be your dad. Okay, let me get some more from him then. Let's ask him to move on from his passing. And it would be that people are either still talking about it or that the death hasn't been, you know, more than 2 years ago. If we're talking about his passing and his celebration of life or his funeral, they tend to come through and talk about that for me if it is closer in time and dimension. Okay, and I do feel like, I don't know if all three of you can take, his passing was quick for him. So it was unexpected and just for him, he was gone. So even if he didn't die, and I want to say it's seen, so it is pointing to an accident or whatever happened, his spirit passed very, very quickly. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Okay, can any of you take a paint pot? And I feel like it's more of a paint pot for painting walls rather than an easel. You know, like one of the big paint pots. Either he was a painter or that he had done some painting or that there's a relevance to a paint pot. If not, I will lean into it and find out what that's about. Tony, I feel that this is a quick passing more than an illness. I do feel like it was a quick passing. Not for you. Okay, Amy. It's very specific evidence, so I might need to lean into it. I just saw red and I felt it was paint. Loved colour. Okay. It was quite a bright colour. Okay. Accidental overdose. Well, that would have been the same as something quick. He wouldn't have known it was happening because it was there. And you've been painting your stairs. Okay. Okay. It was definitely in a paint pot. So I do feel like I said, I feel like it was painting the walls. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we want to get from him. I feel like the lad that I'm working with, the chap I'm working with, I feel like he's quite happy-go-lucky in the sense of likes a laugh. And I feel like he is a little bit of a risk taker, but then most young men are. He's not... he likes to have a muck around is what I would say about that. And I do feel like he's, you know, he's got friends around him, even though he doesn't necessarily see how much they think of him. He's definitely got that social bit around him. Okay, let's see if we can get one more golden nugget. Although, Andy, I think the paint with you sounds very, very like that. Cheeky attitude, always climbing onto things like, yeah, I do, Andy, I feel like I'm with you. I really do. Okay, let's see what message he's got for you. Okay, again, we've got another one here. You know, he's quite close to you. He stays quite close to home, and he definitely will come through with his cheeky ways. Okay, so moving things. I don't know if he enjoyed watching the telly or if he was a gamer, but certainly I'm feeling like you will notice your TV flick on, or it be on a different channel, or the volume will be going up and down, or it will start to go, because certainly he's very drawn to the TV. So I feel like you know, just it's almost like he's just on the sofa chilling out, and wants you to know that he's still there. He wants you to know that he is so okay. He is so okay. You know, when we pass, what spirit tell me is that they leave all of everything here. So they don't have any worries or problems. They don't have any you know, they don't take any of the hurt. It's us that's hurt when we're left behind. He is absolutely fine because it is everything that you would want it to be. And he doesn't want you to worry about him. He's also with a grandparent. You would understand he's got a grandparent or some, yeah, he's got a grandparent in spirit. That's what he's telling me, or somebody of that generational age, because there's somebody who has taken him right under their wing, and he's never ever felt alone, not even for a minute. He visits family a lot. He's around you a lot, so feel his energy, and you know, just know that he is okay. He's okay. And feeling quite choked up as well, just so wants to come through, and it's such a shame we're at 3 o'clock, because I feel like I've got a queue of them now, because we called them in, and we've got quite a few there. We could have carried on, but hopefully, and I'll tell them, come back next time. We'll be here 2 weeks time. I'm back again. I'm just going to get you a message before I go, because I haven't properly finished that message off. He's a bit cheeky. He has just told me that I haven't finished giving you his message. He's making me laugh. He wants to say thank you. He just wants to give you a massive hug. That's what he wants to do. And he just wants to say everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right, but make sure you smile and you live. Don't let this, I mean, it's massive. No one can tell you it isn't massive, but he doesn't want you to live your life in darkness and sadness and sorrow and depression. He wants you to go out there and live for the both of you on this earth and have those good times, and just imagine him with you, okay? Because he is with you every step of the way. And I will leave you with my love. And it sounds like that messaging is so familiar for all of you, so I feel like they've ganged up a little bit and just made sure that their messages come through. So take it with love, because that's how it's given. Spirit are awesome. They won't leave any of you hanging. And you know for all of you, every single person on this call was waiting for somebody. Your spirit are all there, and we can get them through. So I leave you with their love. Know that you're very loved. Know that you're all amazing. I have got a web page and I've got an email as well, so take a look. I'm here not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday afterwards, every other week, and I really hope to see more of you next time. So let me know, and I'm just so thankful for working with all of you. It's been my absolute privilege, and my privilege to bring through such wonderful, wonderful people in spirit. So thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you all again soon. Thank you.